So this is a video of Max. When this all started, it was my dad's friend that we went to go see like almost every month. And she was really nice. We'll call her Lucy. Well, Lucy was really nice. She had other children and her daughter had children also. And they all lived together. And she had two pit bulls, an American Pit Bull and a Staffordshire Terrier Pit Bull. The American Pit Bull was his mom. She was all white. And the Staffordshire Terrier was kind of like a reddish color. Well, anyways, so it was like a month after we got rid of my other dog named Poe, which is Poe Jr.'s dad. And, excuse me. And so she was telling me that her dog was about to have puppies, stuff like that. So I was like, oh, okay, like, I was like, yeah, can I please get one? You gave my other dog away. Because my grandparents didn't really like pit bulls or anything like that. Like, they never was a fan of them. But ever since I had Poe's dad, I loved them. I fell in love with them ever since. So, yeah, and then that's when it started. I started asking a month in advance because that next month they would be close to ready to go. And she said if I could, then I'd get half price off, plus I'd be the first one to pick. And I was like, oh, thank you so much, like, that's awesome. And then, yeah, Mimi and Papa was like, well, I don't care, go ask either or. And I was like, okay, well, Papa, can I get it? He's like, go ask Mom. I was like, go ask Papa, and then they kind of just decided, yeah, okay, let's go ahead and get another dog. So that's when it happened. I went to go look at him December 2nd of 2017. This is the first day that I got him. And yeah, that was at like 9 o'clock at night. My dad had a date with his girlfriend at the time, which is his fiance. And yeah, that's just how it went. And then all of a sudden, we went to go get him, and it was dark, so I couldn't really see. It was probably about like 8:30, and I couldn't really see, so I had my flashlight. But the first pup that came up to me was him. He kind of just got on my lap and just started playing with me. And then my dad was like, why don't you just get a girl? We already have two boys at home, A girl would be good. I was like, no, I want a boy, because my other dog was a boy. And he's like, okay, fine. I was like, thank you. And then I couldn't really see, but I decided to go with him because he was the one who liked to play the most and stuff. I was like, okay, I get this one. And she said that he'd be $75, but she was selling them for originally $200 each. But yeah, that's just how it went. And then we got home. I was playing with them, teaching them how to use the puppy pads and stuff like that. Let me see here. This is him on my lap. And if you can hear the noise, it's him snoring. That was him. he always loved to cuddle up to me. Even when I used to take him outside, he didn't want nobody. He always just stayed by my side when I took him outside. That was December 14th. And ever since then, he's just kind of been by my side. I didn't really think about owner training him or anything for service dog work. Just because of the fact that I didn't really think much of it until last year. That's him. He always used to go for car rides with us and stuff. That's him licking candy with me, eating candy with me. I didn't really let him have a lot of candy, but he was still a puppy when he kind of got these things going. And yeah, the first time he actually showed me that he was able to do it was whenever I was at my dad's fiance's house staying the night. And I had him, I was like, yeah, of course. They're like, yeah, of course, he can come over, you know, it'd be fun. Other dogs to play with. They have about like 7, 8 dogs, so he was like having a good time. And so all of a sudden, you know, that night my anxiety was getting up and I didn't really know it or anything. And everyone was trying to like come around me saying like, hey, are you okay? Because I was kind of like dazing out, you know, and Max kind of jumped in my lap and started like barking at him and kind of lunging at him, like not viciously, but enough to like get them back from me, and just laid on me. And then that's when I kind of started looking things up and stuff like that. But yeah, there was a lot of times where my dad's like, oh, well, you don't really need a service dog, you don't really need this and that, you know, and same with my sister. But yeah, he's came a long way, as y'all see in my other videos. Whenever my sister had her baby, December, I took him because my boyfriend was off too, so I was like, okay, well, enough, you know, like, let's put him to the ultimate test, you know, around other people, you know, busier place, let's see how he does. And he did fantastic, like always, stayed focused on me. And then his little niece was down, my boyfriend's, and she loved him, so I was letting him play with him for a little bit and stuff outside and just doing stuff like that. But then whenever we went up to go see the baby and stuff, because she had a C-section, and whenever we went up to see the baby from the window, Rosie's like, which is my boyfriend's godmother, she's like, oh, well, you know, like, he's so mean whenever I'm at the house, but now he's like so sweet and stuff, he's letting people pet him. And yeah, and she's like, well, why does he have the vest on? And before I could even be like, well, he's a psychiatric service dog, psychiatric, however you pronounce it. My sister's husband's like, oh, well, he's emotional support, but he goes everywhere because of the vest, this and that, you know. And I interrupted. I was like, no, that's not it. He's actually a service dog. And then once my anxiety got up, he kind of like sat by me and started looking at me and putting his head down on me. And then I was like, okay, well, I was like, okay, well, that's kind of like a sign for me to go. So we went outside, we went walking for a little bit, and yeah, then we went to go take some pictures, which I probably won't show, but yeah, that's just what happened. He's been working for like a year and a half, 2 years now, coming on 2 years. Everywhere I go, he basically goes, unless if it's like to like a little kid's party or something like that, then I can just take my medicine for my anxiety, which makes me really tired, but I can't help that. But yeah, that's normally how it goes. Like if I go to the hospital or something, he's coming along. If I go anywhere, he comes along 99.9% of the time, unless if he can't. But a lot of times he does. And he's starting to open up a little more and stuff like that. Whenever we went hiking, Jesse and Emery didn't know that I had a service dog or whatever, you know, and then they kind of just asked, you know, and my boyfriend's like, oh, well, he helps with not medical, but like mental stuff, you know, and then Casey saw what he does, then she hasn't really said anything ever since. So she's actually really proud of me with how far I've came along with him. Everyone is, but it's pretty cool how he's adapted to this so well, and I am very proud of him. He normally never leaves my side at all, but when he does, it's either I go for like an hour or two or something without him, but he normally comes everywhere. Whenever he's not working or whatever, he still alerts to things, and he just does everything like he's working every day. Like this one time, I was taking my boyfriend to work, and I was driving home, and I started having passing out spells where I get really hot flashes and then my body goes numb. And so I pulled over because Max kept touching my shoulder, and I was like, oh, okay, boy, you know, and I did that I always did that like 5 to 10 times every time I drove back or drive to him. One time it got so bad where I went down this road, and I thought I had it because I had Max. Went down this road, and it's a road where my dad put a lot of trauma on me and stuff. So I went down that road because I was like, okay, I'm going to do it today. You know, I'm going to get over this fear. I'm going to get over this trauma. And I didn't. I made it a lot worse than what it was. I started seeing black and white polka dots, not polka dots, but like little things on the road and stuff, you know, so I kept kind of like feeling more drowsy and dizzy and stuff, you know, so I pulled over and I blacked out for a minute or two, basically. And then when I woke up, I was parked and I didn't know what happened, and then I called my boyfriend saying that I feel like I'm going to pass out, you know, this and that. And yeah, he was just calming me down. Max was trying to calm me down by licking my face, because when I woke up, Max was licking my face. And he was in the passenger seat, so yeah, it's just kind of like what happens, I guess. I'm really glad that I do have Max for a lot of stuff, because I don't know why I have so much passing out spells. I don't know why my anxiety's gotten worse. I just don't understand. And a lot of times I'll feel a certain way and Max won't leave my side. Like today, I hardly got out of bed. I got out of bed like 3 times, and every time I came back in here to lay down or something, because I don't have a lot of energy right now, I came in here and laid down, and Max was at the gate whining, and my grandma let him in here, and he laid right beside me because he didn't want to leave me. And I'm sorry if you hear noise in the background. That's my grandparents in there in Rocky barking, if you hear it. And yeah, that's just really all. Max's birthday is November 3rd, 2017. He will be 3 years old this year. And we have some plans coming up for the summer, so be prepared for that. We might go float down the river, camp out, do that fun stuff with the dogs. But before we do, of course, I'm gonna get everything that I need a month ahead before we do. So yeah, that's just really all. I hope you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell up top if you haven't already. And thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all next one. Bye.